Go.
Have you ever known someone that's wanted a child and wasn't able to have one, or just didn't have the ability to? Have you known someone that's been pregnant and not wanted their unborn child, or wasn't physically able or financially able to be able to take care of one? I'm going to give you 3 reasons why adoption is the best choice instead of abortion. The first reason that I'm going to talk about today is the health problems that you can have from having an abortion. According to the Master File Complete database, World Health Organization says that it's unsafe abortion is a serious public health problem since 1967. A lot of women have unplanned pregnancies that they're not aware of, and don't try to get pregnant, but sometimes it just happens. So unplanned pregnancy, regardless of the legal conditions that the woman is in, they are likely to have an abortion rather than having a child, just because they can't do it. The legal restrictions make it where that you can have an abortion up to a certain amount of weeks. The baby can be so many weeks to have an abortion, but it just depends on the state. So some states even allow it up to 25 weeks. And if you know a baby is, pretty much developed at that age, and they can still have an abortion then. Daniel J. Martin, MD, he is a clinical instructor at St. Louis University Medical School. He said the impact of an abortion on a woman's body is greatly negative, and there's no beneficial effects from it. Some of the problems that you can have is bacteria or germs from the vagina or cervix may enter the uterus and cause infection, can be cleared by an antibiotic, but you can also have to go back into the hospital and rehab the procedure done because the complications occur. Incomplete abortions can lead to infection, bleeding, which cause you to go and be hospitalized and have to have another surgical procedure done. And the rate of this happening is around 36%. Many physical problems happen post-abortion. Other reasons to choose adoption. National rights of life dispute the use of despite the local use of anesthesia. Full 97% women report experiencing pain during procedure. They did some research on it, and researchers rated that the pain can be as severe as a bone fracture. It can be the same as cancer pain, but not as painful as amputation. Some complications that are common after an abortion are bleeding, hemorrhaging. You can have problems with your cervix, your menstrual cycle will be all messed up, and you can have severe infections. According to the Journal of National Cancer Institute, the study of 1,800 people proved that having an abortion were 50% more likely to develop breast cancer by the age of by the age or before the age of 45. So even with an abortion, it can affect the other parts of your body. More complications surface later on. Overzealous damage lining of the uterus, and it can lead to you not being able to have kids. It can make you where you can't even conceive anymore just from that one time having one. Most serious complication is death. There has been over 200 women that have died after having an abortion or during an abortion, and this is an illegal abortion. It's legal, and they can still die from it regardless. And this has been since 1973. Not only are there health and physical problems, but you can also have mental problems from having an abortion. It can cause you to have mental issues. Benefits for an adoption rather than an abortion, you won't have as many mental problems because you won't have to keep trying to live with yourself after knowing you've had this procedure done. According to the Journal of Child Psychology, 41% become pregnant at least one time prior to the age of 25. 14.6 of these have an abortion. Studies were done on post-abortion patients, and only 8 weeks after an abortion, researchers found 44% complained of nervous disorder, 36% of a sleep disturbance, 31% regretted the decision to have an abortion, and 11% has to take medicine. They had to go to a doctor because they just couldn't handle the decision that they made, and they just had to get on medicine, I guess, to cope with it. Many post-abortion women use repression coping mechanism, long periods of denial before they want to go and try to see somebody about what they've done. Some have abortions, evaluate mental problems, including depression. A lot of times after having one, you can start having depression, anxiety, suicide behavior, and then a lot of them can turn to drug abuse or alcohol abuse, either or. Those who have abortions, they really put their body through a lot, not just, like I said, from the physical aspects, but just everything in general. According to Clyde Geisler, childbearing prevents suicide rather than being a relief. An abortion may be additional proof of worthlessness and might contribute to suicide tendency. So once you have one, you can make yourself want to do it even more, because that just makes you feel like you're not worth anything because of. Here's a quote from Mother Teresa. "It is a poverty to decide a child has to die just so you can live your life as you wish." As you can see, all the symptoms, and these aren't all the symptoms that you can have from having one, but abortions are not very good for your body. Abortions aren't good for your mind. They're not good for anything, in my personal opinion. But I have stated some facts here that maybe if you have someone that wants to come up and wants you to help them choose which way to go, I'm hoping that these facts can help y'all teach them to do adoption rather than abortion, because there's a lot of families out there that want to have other children, but they are not allowed. Thank you.